How that? Oh, you DJing? Yo, Lionel.
Yeah.
So how is it so far?
It's beautiful. Call them. They should have.
I think I'm doing too much.
Pepperoni, pepperoni, or halal. Either way, halal or beef. Just so you know, show me what it is. Ask what they got in. Just get 3 pepperonis, or if you want to do something like a barbecue or whatever, just get 3 pepperonis and get a barbecue chicken.
How the interview going?
You asking me or
You. I'm asking you.
It's going great.
I'm all right. Am I talking crazy?
Yeah, you good. Look, so what we do, this is what we do. If you want to tell your fans on YouTube, this is what we do. We advertise the podcast the day of, and if you log on and you watch it, you get to see it with bloopers and everything. But we don't post that. So if you watched it...
But we're going to edit some of this shit.
So then what we do is we're going to take this, and then Jacob is going to do a bunch of cool editing, post-production, commercials, intro. We have segments that go to Jasper on the steels. So when we upload the episode, you will see an actual full episode with all the cool shit on it.
All right.
So everyone who's watching right now, if they're on your channel and they're seeing all this, or they're on our channel, how you're seeing it right now, you're seeing it raw.
This is raw.
And that's it. But we don't post it. So if you get to see it, you got to see it. And if you didn't, you didn't. So now if you want to see this episode, you come back in September once we upload it, and we'll promote it and all that, and then they can watch it on YouTube. Complete. Completely cut up and all that. So it's like a little gift. If you're watching now.
Oh, you guys are watching it in there?
Yeah, they watch it. They're in the mixing booth.
The mixing.
Yeah, because they got to.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
We're semi legit.
It's fuck.
We're semi-legit.
No,
it's good shit.
It's a great conversation.
We're not Joe Rogan, but
yeah,
we're trying to get to Joe Rogan
level.
level.
Oh, no, we trying to get that. Hey, let's don't start talking about the flat earth. I'm on it. What?
Is that my Trade Voorhees?
Throw my Lokes back on,
Shouts
man.
out to Trade.
Throw my Lokes back on.
And I got to plug Derange, because I just saw you hit the light. Big Derange. We ain't forgot about you, D. We just try to coordinate everything. So as we are moving down the road, everyone's going to get to meet the entire East 23rd crew, family, camp. And there's probably like 23 of us. So shouts out to Derange, who is also our co-host, but he's in Vegas.
Okay.
So we had him coming in.
Yeah.
But it's a little, scheduling is crazy, and then I got all my projects and everything going on. So Dolomite jumps on with us right now, but we rotate it. Sometimes Jose, believe it or not, Jose comes in, and then we bring all the different people in my crew in. I got to get Copeland. Shouts out to Copeland. Big Cope. We ain't forgot about you, Cope. I talked to Nelson. We going to do your music.
We are only at the Soldier Slim part?
Yeah.
So we haven't even got to the grit.
What's up?
We ain't even got to the good shit.
We need to blow you up more, man. We still got to get to the Delic shit.
Yeah.
The most important part.
Yeah, we ain't even got to that. We just... No way. We talking about the music shit. But I ain't even told you. No way. About the recording sessions after Katrina.
Well, we'll get there. I want to talk about the house and all that.
Oh, man.
Shouts out to Trade. I'm getting my same quote from my boy. If you're in the Vegas area, if you ain't checked out Trade Voorhees, please look him up. I've known Trey for over 10 years. That guy produces, edits, mixes, shoots, video, artwork, graphics. If you go to his website, the brother's got like 20 albums. He does horror-themed albums. He does just regular albums. Amazing MC. I can't say enough, man. I just got to plug Trey. Shouts out, brother. If you catch this, if not, we'll send you a copy once we actually do the full episode, man. But check Trade Voorhees out in the Vegas area, man. Look him up on Instagram. The brother crushes it. Shouts out to Jasper again, Jasper X on Instagram. Our DJ, resident DJ. Jasper, what are you? 14, 16, 18? What are you?
16.
6? 1 6?
16.
So our 16-year-old who just came, he did the DMC, okay, DJ championship. So shouts out for Jasper having the balls to get up there. Shouts out to the Beat Junkies and all their crew out there. And his father, Jose Cordon, Dead End Brigade, Long Beach photographer. You've probably seen his shit if you got eyeballs in your brain. And shouts out to Anthony for coming through, man. And it's a blessing to grow with your friends, man. It's a blessing to have friends 8, 9 years old up to 50 and see everybody go down their lanes and still make it back in one piece. As I like to say, if you survive the late 80s in Long Beach, you're probably a happy motherfucker right now, man. Straight up. Shouts out to Soldier.
I'm trying to see if I can get
We
this
still
in an
need to
angle.
release- We still need to release this, huh?
I want to see if I can get you in an angle and me
Y'all
at the
hear an
same time.
exclusive Soldier track right there. I don't think that's out yet.
Okay, I think we can make this work from here.
Find your comfy zone.
Yeah, we cool. We can make this
You
work.
good?
Yeah, it's cool. I want to make sure you in the shot.
Oh, man. We'll send you a promo clip and all that shit.
Hold on, let me just go back this a little bit.
Shouts out to Bash Road TV, Jacob Esparza, our video guy, editor, director, video producer, and actually responsible for the whole damn show, man. And he's asking if I want barbecue chicken. Yes, because we got to feed our guests at least. One thing about the East 23rd, you will not go home on an empty stomach. That's what we don't do.
You sure you
So-
want 3 pizzas?
Huh?
3 pizzas? I know Nelson's gonna leave.
You gonna eat?
Just a little bit.
Man, shut the fuck up. Jasper, you hungry?
Yeah.
Ant's gonna eat. Ant, you do
I'll
everything?
eat just a little bit.
These motherfuckers, y'all
Just
sound like
a
little
girls and
bit.
shit. Huh?
Should I do 2 or 3?
Jose gonna eat. I
Yeah,
know
he's
that
gonna
motherfucker gonna eat.
Yeah.
Soldier act like he just eat veggies. He comes in here every fucking
He's
weekend
gonna
with
leave
a,
right. He's gonna
with
leave once
a
it's
McFlurry and shit. So yeah, if you want to get 2, that's fine. But get largest.
Yeah. All right.
I figure it out. Okay, there you go. All right, you're in the shot.
You guys you probably can't hear the music, but Big Jasper got our headphones bumping with some cool shit, man. You'll hear it once the episode uploads. We'll put it all in there.
Oh shit, my bad. I had to use the rest.
6 inches. 6 inches from your mouth, man. How's your YouTube? People talking shit? Because if they ain't talking shit, it ain't popping, man. I ain't happy till somebody talks shit on my shit. That's when I'm happy. All right. Fade to black, Jasper. Okay, so we're back. Anthony Oglesby in the house, a beloved skater who's been in the industry around the block a couple times. We are picking up in Louisiana. You've moved into music production. You've been out there since '97. Now you're moving through the streets out in Louisiana and the down south, in the dirty, dirty south. Still remaining true to your West Coast roots.
Mm-hmm.
So production is happening, and you are producing for anyone and anyone who's open to take the music, or are you with a group?
No, well, I got at first I'm just hooking up with a bunch of people. I'm just doing studio time, trying to figure it out, and then I got a couple of guys I start jamming with. A guy named Cody, and it was a guy named Red, and we had started a group called the Underdogs and stuff like that. And before Katrina, I had got them going and everything. Even had a little deal pending with Capitol. You know, what I mean, all this shit. We doing shows. They was pretty much in a nutshell. I was trying to set it up kind of like the Mob Deep of the NO.
Okay.
You know, you had the Cash Money and the No Limit shit.
Mhm.
We was about to come with that mud. You know what I mean? Like them samples. You know, all that shit was happening. But and Slim saw it too. Let's go back to Soldier Slim. He came to me for the samples because nobody was sampling in New Orleans. Nobody. Even during all that Kanye shit, they wasn't sampling. They bounce out there. They bounce. You know
It's a very distinct sound. I can tell you
that.
that space. I kind of dipped out of hip hop for a minute, but my ear picked it up, and I was one of those people like, okay, it's a very distinct sound for that area, and I feel
97. Let me tell you something. I'll give you a good example. They call it twerking right now.
correct.
That's not what it's called. No, it's from New Orleans. It's called pea popping.
Okay.
That's
Okay, yeah.
That's from New Orleans, and they get that from the bounce beat, the Trigger Man, by the Showboys. That's the NO sound. If you listen to all the No Limit music, listen to the Cash Money music. It has a bounce to it. It has a bounce. That's what they rock to. You know.
It's very sound of that space. To me, it's I always equate that to Mexican ranch music that I hated growing up. But the one time I went to my mom's ranch, it all made sense. Like at that moment, I realized, oh, okay, I fucking get it now. I feel like the down south vibe was that. I didn't click a lot. I did the Outcast. That was cool. I didn't click into it a lot. I didn't get it, but having that experience with Mexican music at the ranch, I knew right away, like, no matter what, that sound for them is that's their space. That's definitely their deal down there.
I wish that I would have tapped into the bounce sound more. I was very looking at it weird. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's not what you grew up with. It's you know,
Yeah,
West
I
Coast
ain't
is a West
fucking with
Coast
this
thing.
bounce
You got a
shit.
West Coast thing. It's a West Coast thing.
but I wasn't fucking with the West Coast shit either. Dude. I was doing East Coast shit. Pretty much all the influences.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear my Southern influence on my shit. Because I got that bounce to it. But they're samples.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it got that West Coast draw to it. You know what I mean?
I think, Dolo, you made a statement last night that stuck for me for last night. If you didn't catch Medicated Mix Show last night, you missed out. It was really, really good. And then Dolo made a statement that he said, if I had to pick one state's worth of music that I had to listen to all the time, Cali would be it because of the diversity of our hip-hop sound in Cali.
Yeah.
Which I think, because we're such a long state, I think adds to a variety of flavor for the West Coast sound.
You get all of it, from Oakland to the gangster shit to the boom bap.
He was playing Saphir at the time, and I was like, damn, shouts out to Saphir. He was an amazing MC.
Saphir was
Saphir
dope.
killed it. Hobo Junction, Who Riders, all them brothers. And the Bay Area sound is very distinct, as is the Long Beach sound, as is the LA sound, as is everywhere else.
One thing I want to say about New Orleans, just like how I witnessed the West Coast shit go down back in the whole G-Funk era.
Mm-hmm.
No, my timing going to New Orleans was like right on the money. I got to witness the whole Cash Money, the whole No Limit. I watched that shit go down, and I could co-sign like, no, these boys really move like this.
Yeah.
Like this ain't no facade. Like how Baby Ben had money. Ben had money. Yeah, like these dudes. Let me tell you something, man. Them dudes are high rollers out there. They're ballers in New Orleans pre-Katrina. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do that gangbang shit out there. They trying to get money.
Yeah.
They trying to get money. Only way you gonna get killed out there back in those days was over some money. Over some money and a broad. And a broad get you killed. But that gang
big
shit.
Two.
No way, man. I witnessed the Cash Money thing, the No Limit thing, but I also saw something else happening, and I was a part of that shit. But Katrina fucked it up. It was a boom bap movement going on also in New Orleans.
So I was gonna say Katrina hits
2005.
2005. At that time, are you out on your own, or you staying with your mom's?
Hell no! Let me tell you something. Dude, I came to my mom's house in '97. I stayed with her maybe 3 months.
Oh, then you're out.
I'm out. Went and got me a little spot on Orleans Avenue. My first house, 2-bedroom shotgun, $250 a month.
Oh man, I would kill for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look,
So you can't get a single in Long Beach.
hardwood floors, no couch, just a beat machine in that motherfucker.
And that's it.
That's it. But now follow this. I'm gonna tell you how how I get my studio, man. I remember I had this little beat machine. But I knew, I was like, yo, I gotta get out this shit. I gotta get me an MP or another ASR or something like that. So we used to hustle at the oil change spot, but we wasn't hustling dope. I'm gonna tell you that this is the game right here, man. They shouldn't have let me be the manager of that motherfucker. Let me tell you something, and this is how we got money and how this shit worked. I had a crew. It was a white dude there. We called him George. He had a mullet. You understand what I'm talking about?
Sounds
he had a mullet.
south.
Tall dude with a mullet. We had my homeboy Capo. He just got out of Angola. I'm just giving you the setup. You know, I had Capo. We had these two other dudes, and what we used to do every day, the business, because this is a franchise. They have their quarters. You know, they was giving us peanuts back in the day. So what I would do, I would let the business get the quarter. What is it, $3,000 a day? After that, after the business get their little money, no, everybody, wherever network, whatever you got going on, that's all you. Whatever broads you tell in, they need an oil change.
That's
you
all
tell
you.
them to bring their
That's
own
what's
oil
up.
and filter. You know, your friends need a tune up and stuff. Hey, that's all you. That's all you. So guess what? Every day, we leaving, like 6 of us. We leaving every day for like 3 years, 2-3 grand in the pocket. I'm talking about this is
Nice.
in 2001, 2002. No, they swore we was dope dealers. No, but this is where the game even gets even trickier. They thought we was dope dealers. Police used to fuck with us until the business got the fleet from the police department. So now the DA,
Everybody there.
there.
Clean. Now you clean.
I'm getting my weed from the NOPD. This is big pre-Katrina. That's how tight knit we had this shit going. But anyways, I was getting so much money out this shit. That's how I got my studio. You know what I'm saying? I went right up to Guitar Center, cashed that shit out. Give me that Roland VS80, the Roland, the recorder. Give me the Yamaha. Give me the NS10s. Give me 2 of those NS10s. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Set that shit up, and then this is the holy grail moment. I had 2 holy grail moments in my life. Trip off of this. I'm doing an oil change. This is why I keep talking about this spot. I'm doing an oil change with this dude. And he said, hey, I got to get rid of these albums and stuff, man. Hook me up with an oil change and a tune-up, and you could come get as many albums as you want. Hold up, check this shit out. Man, I pulled up in my Honda. I had a Honda Civic sitting on the 17s back in the day with the beat in it. I pulled up over there on Ursuline Street. There was one of them old shotgun houses, big shotgun houses. If I'm lying, I'm dying, dude. This was the holy grail. I opened up the door. It was a room probably filled like this, stuffed. That's completely stacked. There's albums up, albums. I couldn't even walk in there.
Wow.
Every producer's wet dream.
No,
Yeah.
I even didn't realize what I was getting myself into. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, hey, you could take whatever you want. Look, I filled my Honda up with so much vinyl. I'm driving down Orleans Avenue, raggedy ass streets, vinyl and shit falling all out the car. I did 3 loads of this shit. I was married at the time. You understand what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
My wife was like, what the fuck is this shit? But this is where it started. You know what I mean? Like now we get into the production because I have this whole room and I just had vinyl everywhere. I just had vinyl everywhere and shit. And when I sat in that room now, okay, this is where all the This is where all the bangers, my first bangers, all my NO classics that they know me for, all this little like mixtape shit, they all came out this first batch of beats. You know what I mean?
And now you got ingredients to cook with.
Oh my goodness, dude! I sat up in there for like a month and a half.
Just
started
started
banging
hitting
shit
buttons,
out,
hitting buttons.
banging shit out. It was so crazy, and then it's like, after Slim died and shit, it wasn't hard for me to do music like Cats was just waiting to do music with me. Like it was just crazy. It was just a crazy time.
What happened to all the equipment with Katrina?
All right. I lost everything. I lost my vinyl collection, all that, everything.
So
Only thing I left with Katrina is my beat machine and the masters to all the music I recorded in New Orleans. I left with my beat machine, a skateboard, and a bag full of ADATs.
At what point, Katrina's coming, at what point it's time to go?
Maybe 2 hours from the storm, maybe an hour. I left when the storm was there.
So let's get the fuck out of Dodge and it's time to go.
Here's the play on that. My oldest son, he was a baby at that time. And he was out there for the summer. And I really wasn't going to leave. I wasn't going to leave. Because they always have hurricane threats and all this other shit out there. I wasn't going to leave.
Hurricanes are earthquakes.
Yeah. But I just bought this house. Because I just left this crazy-ass woman. You know what I mean? Just bought this goddamn house.
Yeah.
Only got like 6 months out this motherfucker.
Oh, wow. So
Man, just moved in the house. I was about to set it off. I didn't get to have no parties or nothing. I didn't get a chance to be a hoe or nothing up in here. You know what I mean? My son, I have my kid down there. And I'm watching the storm on the TV. They talking about it's a 4. Then they talking about it's a 5. This is the biggest, it's historical now. And when I saw that, I was like, all right, we're going to go ahead and go. Because my house was in Gentilly, right off the lakefront. So I was right there on the water. Matter of fact, where the levee breached, that's right where my house was. Like, literally. Like, my house was like the first house to get taken out. Right there on Warrenton Drive. Because the levee was right here. Warrenton is right there. I didn't have no house when I got back. But when I left, it was already windy and all that bullshit. And I never forget this shit. Because my son, my oldest one, he told me, he saw me looking at the house. And he said, Dad, why are you looking at the house like you never going to see it again?
Wow.
That's facts.
Like an omen.
And when we left and drove to Houston, you understand what I'm talking about? But that's just where it starts. That's just where it starts, dog.
Why Houston?
It was west of the storm.
Okay, so it's just the nearest town.
The nearest town
from the hurricane.
A lot of people evacuated to Houston. Though,
No, a lot of people did. A lot of people went to Atlanta, but a lot of people stayed. Let me tell you something, man. My whole family, I missed out on the family story. I missed out on it. Hear me. Right when I get to Houston, me, little aunt, and I have a little chick with me at the time. Turned out to be my latest baby mama. Whatever. Because I ended up having a Katrina baby out this shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was a bunch of that. No, Google that. There was a whole Katrina boom.
I'm sure there was.
A whole Katrina baby boom.
Hey,
Just
you gotta do
COVID.
something. You gotta do something.
Yeah.
TV ain't working.
You start bunking people up into an area. The naturals are gonna happen.
I got to Houston, right? The storm came and went. Hear me on this shit. My whole family, my mama, my granny, my grandpa, my cousins, everybody that I'm related to in New Orleans, they all stayed. And they stayed at my auntie Eva house. Okay. And they rode that storm out. They rode it out. I was talking to my mom and everybody on the phone. Everything was all good.
So they were cool.
At that time, storm went by. You guys hear what I'm telling you? Storm went by. I'm talking to my people on the phone. My homeboy, man, everything's all good. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. I'm getting ready to come back to New Orleans. Next thing you know, you remember the old Nextel chirp?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I get a chirp. Yo, dog, don't come back. City going under.
Oh shit.
Your house is gone.
Wow.
What? That's a quote. Don't come back. Your house is gone. So now I'm trying to call my mom and them. I can't
You can't reach them.
can't reach them, so I'm freaking out.
Yeah, at
So I'm
that point,
freaking out.
you start
So
going, that's
so
the whole other shit.
I got a brother out here. I got a brother out here in California at the time. So I reach out to him. You know what I'm talking about? His crazy ass. He didn't believe me. Now let's go back. The internet wasn't that big
Nope.
then.
Nope. Nope.
Shit wasn't on the news then. When I'm telling him what's going on, you guys didn't know about it. It was going water, city going under. Nobody knew about it. I called my brother and he did not believe me. I was like, yo, city going under, water and stuff. I can't contact mom and grandma. They all in the east and everything. He went on the internet. Then he seen what was going on. Not too many people had computers at that point.
No, not like that.
But he saw it on the computer. He loaded up the speedboat way out here from California. Because remember, people doing their own search parties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So he starts heading to New Orleans from Moreno Valley instantly with the boat in the back. I'm telling him I'm in Houston. We meet up in Houston. This is a true story, man. I'm just giving you that part because there's so many versions to this family story right here. I ain't told you what my mom and them said happened in that house. That's the story right there. I'm just telling you what the outside part. You know, my brother coming to meet up. You know what I mean? We gonna stop right there. No. My brother and them meet up with me in Texas. We start to drive back to New Orleans. We gonna stop right there. Now, this is what my mom and them said happened. It's about 15 people in the house. You know, they all in the house playing spades and shit. My mom's old school. Let me tell you, just for the record, my mom's old school. She picked cotton once upon a time.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? So she's very knowledgeable. She was in Betsy. She's from that cloth. And that's why I love her, because there ain't a lot of people from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't going nowhere. You know, you survive all this shit. You ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna
You
hunker
can't
down and do our thing.
you can't make my family leave. Yeah, they're gonna hunker down. Not this time. They all told me they were all in the living room. My granny, my aunties, my cousins, my uncles, they were all in the living room, bro. They was playing spades and shit. The power go out. They still wasn't tripping, but they saw that canal in the back because they stayed in the east, and that canal started rising.
Wow.
But here, this is where the gangster part comes in. This is like the family story, man. They started seeing that water rising, and you know them patio sliding doors.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They started seeing that motherfucker looking like a fish tank.
Oh, that's
Damn.
crazy.
When
That's crazy.
when
We
the
see those-
lake
yeah.
the
Yeah.
lake is pressing on the glass now. When they saw the water started going on that glass, they go upstairs. Soon as they go upstairs, water just come in.
Wow.
My granny and grandpa both rest in peace. They were living at this time, and they were both. This is where the story starts. When they both get upstairs, remember they were stuck in this house now, surrounded by water, for about 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
No power. My granny and my grandpa are bedridden. The family story is that everybody stayed up for 4 days. They're bedridden, no heat. They're on feed machines.
Shit.
They took turns plucking the feeder for days, making sure everybody's good, making sure my granny fanning them. They all up in there braiding hair and shit,
He
singing
really did
hymns
that.
and shit. You feel me? The ancestors done came out and held it down at this point. I can't make this up, man. And I get and man, I'm so upset because I wasn't there for that. Like straight up, I was the only person in my whole family that wasn't there to for that experience of that strength that they had to go through and deal with to come out of that.
But sometimes you get in the space. At least for me, I always think I'm one of those people. Like nothing's a coincidence. Nothing just happens, right? I'm always in the space of you're going to be where you're supposed to be for whatever reason. Things need to happen. And as you get older, you really start to get into a space of it's not even really good or bad anymore. You just know it just is. This is my space. This is what I'm going through. Because you will find in time, a lot of times as you're growing older, what you think is whack and fucked up and bad and negative, time passes, you reflect on it and you realize, oh shit, no, that was a good thing. Like, I didn't see that in the moment because I'm going through it. So for me, I just feel like when those things happen.
I'm glad I wasn't there, but in a way, I wish I was there.
Yeah, I can see that. That's that's a genuine love for your family.
Because that's something that's gonna get passed down to generation and generation. Mm-hmm. That's that story. That's our survival story we got. You know what I'm saying? Like our granny was it like our grandma and grandpa, the one that started this shit. Mm-hmm. They passed away right after that. Okay. They made it all the way to Texas, but then they transitioned and all this other shit. But trip off of this. When they feeding them with the machines, keeping them going, they singing the hymns, they keeping the mosquitoes off, because the house is surrounded by water.
Correct.
Nobody comes for 4 days. But guess what? When they come, this is where the bullshit starts. We only gonna take the women. We gonna leave the men. Mm-hmm. This is a fact. They was running that play. We gonna take the women, leave the men. But no. My family, nuh-uh. My mom is so much of a G. My mom and my auntie are so much of a G. They linked up like Voltron and said we all going together. Facts. From what I'm being told, they all got pulled out on the gurney.
That's nice.
All of them, one by one, off the roof. My grandma, grandpa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just nuts.
Now, everybody, while all this is happening, me and my brother, now I'm with my brother. We heading back to Baton Rouge now. We heading towards Baton Rouge, and while we're heading to Baton Rouge, now we get a call from my mom and them, because they're on land.
We good.
We're good. They wasn't at the Superdome. They was a part of that. When you seen all them people on the freeway, mm-hmm. My people was some of them people, and this is where the story goes again. This is where they ran that bullshit. Families got separated, mm-hmm. Kids got separated on purpose. They was sending kids to different states by themselves. People all over, man, shit was crazy.
Wow.
My family, my mom and them was like, nah. We all go together. We all go together.
Keep it tight.
They shipped my whole family to Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? My mom called me and she gave us the word exactly where they was going to be at the Red Cross in Baton Rouge. My brother, we was already en route. We was already like in Louisiana past Lafayette. We en route with the boat. He got guns in the back, the whole nine. Because you guys got to understand, this shit is wild now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
This shit is wild.
Everybody for themselves.
This is martial law going on. This is something I seen with my own eyes. Ray Nagin on the radio. Talking up for us. And that's why he went to jail. Because he spoke up for us.
Yeah, I was going to say... there's a large portion of people in that space having gone through that, who I think look around at everyone else in the country and go, this is one little section where this is happening in relation to our country, right? And I'm always the person, my wife probably gets tired of it, but it's like, we're so spoiled everywhere the fuck else. It's not until you start going through shit like that that you start realizing, oh shit, this is an extremely fragile system. Like you don't understand how not locked down shit certain places is, and it takes a hurricane, it takes an earthquake, a blackout, whatever.
Mhm.
I seen the
and,
FEMA camps.
and you start giving it 4 or 5 days of that shit, the
Stop
game
it.
switches up.
They look. They were giving out FEMA motorhomes to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And now guess what? It ended up getting class lawsuits because these motorhomes was giving them cancer and shit like that.
Shit. Like I say,
Dude.
welcome to the game.
Let me tell you something. When we showed up in Baton Rouge, my brother had to pull over. We had to have a whole powwow. And this is when the guns came out. And he said, look, because he's in the military.
Mm.
So he already knew what time it was. He handed everyone the blocker. And he was like, look, when we get up here, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just stand right here. I'm gonna go in and get them. When you see them, you just open the door. Don't say nothing. We'll pull over and do the hugging and all that other shit later on.
Yeah.
And he was right. Cause when we pulled up to that motherfucking shit, motherfuckers wanted rides.
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to give their kids away.
Yep.
I can't make this up.
Yep.
I can't, and this was a time where you had to hunker down, and it's get out with your family.
Yep. Yep.
No way. We got the family in the car.
There's a fine line between taking care of everyone and the reality of take care of yours. That fine line, I don't think a lot of people mentally are in that space again until situations like that start to come around. You got to deal with all that.
We stopped 20, 30 miles away. Matter of fact, we even didn't stop. We waited till we got to the state motherfucking line. Till we got in Texas. Then that's when we had our moments, crying and all this other shit. And then when he told me the story, I was even more emotional.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But I was happy to have my family again.
Yeah.
And we didn't have none of the horror stories of being separated.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Because, dude, I'm trying to tell you, I heard many stories, people getting shot on the bridge. I heard people, they were stealing ice cream trucks, driving an ice cream truck from New Orleans, picking up motherfuckers on the side of the road. We had people going to car dealerships. The works. Survival mode.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Dude, so many people didn't make it out of there. So many people. In between the shootings.
Oh, all the bullshit, the loot and everything.
The wildlife. They don't talk about the wildlife. You got to remember, that's not a ocean. That is a swamp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're talking
Yeah,
alligators,
yeah.
snakes,
All the, shit.
the works.
All the creepy crowd.
Hey, the war stories I heard from all my people that actually had to go through it.
So everyone goes back to Texas.
Oh, and the water came later after the boom.
Once everyone's in Texas, then it's staying. How long are you there? How long are you staying there?
After the water came in for like a week or two straight.
you're still home.
No, hold on. I ended up living in Texas for 3 years.
From that point.
From that point on. But I was in Houston for a whole month before they even let us come back to our homes to see it.
What's left of it?
Think about that. We couldn't even get back into the city for a whole month. Been to the FEMA camps, the FEMA vouchers. Like, dog, I've seen the bullshit they ran.
So 3 years in Texas. What about your moms? All them, they go back to Louisiana?
They tried to set, this what happened. I went back. When they gave the green light to go back, because we all set camp up in Houston at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We all hunkered down. I went and got me a little apartment with my little chick. Sent my son back home. Mom's went and got her a crib out here. We ain't waiting for no voucher. We got something in the kitty already. Right. Check this out. When I seen that the shit was gonna get real, I left the hotel and went and got me a whole apartment. Back then apartment only cost like $450 a month. give me a whole apartment.
The good old days.
Give me an air mattress and an apartment.
I'm good.
Once they let us go back, that was like in October, some shit like that. Well, I'm gonna have to Google that, the actual day. But when they went back, the whole city, you could see the whole city. Man, it was very depressing. It was very depressing when I'm giving you my first images. Like when I go in the city, it just looks like a Mad Max movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like dust. It looks like dirt everywhere.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. But guess what? That's not dirt. That's settlement.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? From the lake and the swamp and shit. All the settlement. And we're talking about, this is like at least 9 feet high. You can see the water line.
Mm-hmm.
So now all the settlement got the city looking brown, like it's painted gold. Is this the whole city that looks gold everywhere? You know what I mean? And I'm driving down the Elysian Fields to Gentilly to the spot, and then you can't even see the street because it's this fucked up. It's just fucked up. This everything just looks gold. That's the best thing I could say. And I got to my house, man, and when I got to my house, only thing was there was the foundation.
That's it.
That's it. I could see the water line. That motherfucker got up to about 12 feet up in there, 12, 13 feet. I just cried. That's all I did. Just cried. I saw my cars, because I had some whips, and I thought this is supposed to be a flood-free zone. So I thought I was safe. So I got jacks, and I put all my shit up on jacks and lifts. You know, this give it some height to it, you know, and all my shit was gone. But here's the cold part. Here's about the cars. When I came back home and see all my shit fucked up, I go out and look at my cars. They already stole the rims off my cars. Look, they are already going through people's shit. People already getting hit for all going through dude, I heard stories. I heard stories about people finding money in walls. Like, think about it. These are dope dealers out there and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't use a bank.
Right. So dudes was getting hit at this time, getting straight hit. But all my cars, I had the Civic. I had 2 Civics and shit. Beat was all moldy and all that, but the rims and tires gone. Had that 17-inch Epic sitting on the 40s, gone.
So Katrina, family survives. Texas 3 years.
Yeah.
At what point are you now coming back to Cal?
Okay, this is what happens. I get to Houston. I needed a job. Wait, let's double back just a little bit. I gotta double back just a little bit so you understand this right here. Prior to Katrina, right when Katrina happened, something very significant happens. I was at the skate shop in New Orleans.
Name of the skate shop?
Humidity Skate Shop in New Orleans. I was at Humidity, and this was in 2005. Had it been at least January or February, I'm trying to timeline it. But I was in Humidity, and I was looking at the Thrasher magazine and shit like that, and they had this thing that said top 5 skaters to never make a comeback. And they had me under Gator. And Gator killed the woman.
Yeah, Gator with the jail.
Gator with the jail. They had me under Gator.
Yo, I remember that Current Affair. Remember that
Yeah.
show when they did the one on Gator?
Yep.
Yo, they had me under Gator. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, okay.
I gotta say, in retrospect, skating's still talking to you. Skating's still going.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. The dude at Humidity, I never forget this day, because he laughed at me. I said...
Like, did he know who you were?
Yeah.
Okay, so he already knew your backstory and everything.
Absolutely.
With regards to skating, he knew you were. Okay.
But he was a low key hater at the time. But no. He was. But later on, we fixed that shit.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
cool.
He was the type of person like because of all the smut they used to say about me in the game. He was in New Orleans, so he reading magazines. He's believing shit or whatever. So when I'm reading the Thrasher or whatever, we was always cool, but he was a hater. We reading the Thrasher, and I said, I'm reading it. It said top 5 skaters. It says Gator Anthony Oglesby, and he just laughed. And the way he laughed, it just hit a certain way. I was like, okay. So I went home. I'll never forget this day, dog. Oh my goodness, I never forget this day. I went home and I told myself, man, I'm about to quit my job. I'm about to open up a skate shop. I'm sitting on the porch with a Funkadelic album. I'm smoking a Keep Moving and drinking a Heineken, and I'm looking at this album cover, and I'm putting my hand all around the funk and the delic and I'm getting moving it. And I put my hand and I see that delic.
And that's it.
I make a call. I tell my guy, say, yo, I'm coming back to the game. I'm about to ride my own shit. We calling this shit Delic Skateboards. And I said, matter of fact, I'm about to open up my own skate shop. And we gonna call it the Delic Shop. That's what it was supposed to be originally. Now, that wasn't the plan. Cause trip off of this, the day I go up to the oil change spot to put in my week notice, cause I was ready to move. That old Gator shit pissed me off. So I was like, man, fuck that. So I'm, my brothers and shit, we got money or whatever, so we was gonna invest and get our own shit going. I go to the job, put in my week notice in. The day I put in the week notice in, Katrina warning comes in.
Okay.
You feel me? But it worked in my favor. It worked in my favor. Cause after it worked in my favor because I was able to get all the benefits, unemployment, and all that bullshit in Houston. Okay. Because I worked. If I would have quit any sooner,
you wouldn't have got it.
I wouldn't have got that shit.
Okay, now the seeing your name on the list of 5, up until that point, outside of Humidity Skate Shop,
right?
Are you still in communication with veterans in the skate industry?
Okay, here we go. Nobody was fucking with me.
Okay,
except so hold on. Except 2 people. 2 people. My OG, Ray Underhill, rest in peace.
Shouts out to Underhill.
He was hitting me up and trying to get me back in the game. And what a lot of people don't even know, that he was thinking about starting a company with me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know, Ray Underhill turned me pro. That's how that superhero board happened.
Okay.
I turned pro for Entity Skateboards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ray Underhill, in 1992, he pulled up on me at a skate contest. And he said he was starting a company through the Going umbrella.
Okay.
And he wanted me to be the flagship for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I was writing for GNS at the time. Because GNS was showing me love. I just got the cover. I just had a GNS ad on the same cover issue. You know what I mean? So I showed a loyalty, but I had to think about it. The only reason why I liked Underhill, but dude, I had to do it. Been skating for so long, had to fuck it, run it. Mm. But so I went to Underhill. I said, I'll do this under one condition. One condition. You got to put my boys down. You got to put Malcolm Watson on. You got to put Rob Gonzalez on. And you got to give Day One Song a truck deal. And nobody even knows this happens.
How on is Day One at this point?
Oh, he's the greatest ever to do it.
So you know who
Day
Day
One used to live with me.
I'm a stupid fan of Day One and Mullen. You know who Day One is?
No, I know Mullen, but not Day One.
So
Yeah.
so I don't know any guy who is more technical in skating than Day One, and I'm just the biggest fan. They had a series going on where it was Mullen versus Day One. And to me, if you want to see some of the craziest fucking footwork and manual mastering that you can possibly see, the amount of shit Day One still kicks out that I still watch videos and will make you go, what the fuck? Like, where does it stop? I can't say enough about Day One's technical skating.
When I stop hanging out with you, he comes into the play.
Okay.
Like you literally missed it. Like because you used to be at my house all the time. But when you stop coming around and I'm traveling and all this other shit, Day One starts coming around. Day One lived with me for like 2 years. Nobody even knew this.
I didn't even know that.
How about this? Let me hit you with some more game. You know who Evelyn Choi is?
Oh shit. The Choi is bringing up something.
And Alan Choi, they from the Wrigley's.
The Evelyn one, that's something in my head. It's bringing something.
But that's Day One's first girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So
She stayed right up the street from me.
That's the connect. So,
Day One, no, Day One.
I'm a super Day One fan.
He was in Long Beach, heavy. But they just don't talk about that part of the game.
And amazing, again, what he did. I just think, again,
That's my guy.
It's guys. Google him, watch a video. Do you want pick any video you fucking want? Like this shit is bananas, banana shit. It's technical on a whole other level for me for skating. Okay, so now you're like, let's do the Delic brand. No, sorry, you get on Entity.
Okay, so I get on Entity. Now we going back. I was talking about the Entity thing. Now we going back. Who was talking to me in Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Ray Underhill was trying to get me to skate again. He was sending me packages, and he was talking about starting a board company and stuff like that. But he passed away and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He gets sick and stuff. There was somebody else after that. Ray Underhill lit the match to get me riding again because he was sending me trucks and stuff, and I appreciated that. So I started dibbing and dabbing right before Katrina at this park called Fast Lane. I was pushing around over there a little bit, but the storm happened. So now I'm in Houston, and now this Delic shit ain't gonna be no shop no more. We about to do some boards now. You know what I mean? So the gatekeeping, they're already on the bullshit. Nobody would print my boards. Nobody would fuck with me. I got money. You know what I mean? So nobody would just fuck with me. So only one person would print my boards. Jim Gray. And then that's my OG. He's an old pro skateboarder from the 80s and stuff like that. I reached out to Jim Gray, and he did my first Delic boards. And see, and the first people who ever seen Delic is in Houston.
Okay.
And man, that reason why I love Houston is because they watched me learn how to skate again.
Mm-hmm.
They witnessed it. Like when I went to Houston, I didn't know how to ride, really know how to ride. Just get on the board and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I told myself, okay, you're gonna come back to this West Coast. No, you got to be able to push around again.
Correct.
But here's the cold part. I came back to Cali. Okay, I could just push around just a little bit. I mean, I'm just doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing enough. And this whole time that I'm doing the Delic thing, okay, I'm making boards. I'm traveling. I'm making mixtapes and shows and all this other shit. But I'm battling depression at this time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm battling alcoholism at this time, dog. I'm chasing so many demons.
Mm-hmm.
So when I come back to the West Coast, my head isn't right.
Correct.
It's not 100. It's not where it's supposed to be. No way. No way. I had to do shadow work when I got back here.
There you go.
I had to do the shadow work, and coming back to the West Coast was the best thing that could have happened because it isolated me.
Mm.
It got me away from so many people. It put me right back in the belly to address my demons.
Which is a good thing.
You feel me?
It's a damn good thing.
Well, from the skating, from within myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I had to get myself in a position to really be able to do this skate shit, I had to learn to love and forgive and to accept.
I think that component right there, the forgive part, and it's the quote. You don't really forgive the person; you forgive for yourself, like to clear your shit. And we can say that until you cross those bridges.
But
I don't think people understand the power of forgiving.
But if you don't forgive, guess what? You're gonna stay depressed.
Oh, you're gonna carry.
You're gonna stay. You're gonna
you got
stay
a fucking
drinking.
suitcase.
You're gonna
Carry
stay
a suitcase of
stagnant.
shit. Yep.
You're gonna stay stagnant. You're gonna stay no way. And then guess what? That stagnant, that depression is gonna make you look old. It's gonna it's gonna take life from you.
Yeah.
And I've been that person. I've been at my lowest part, man. Where I know it feels like where a motherfucker don't want to fuck with you.
I say it all the time, man. There's something about getting to rock bottom. Like what everyone's rock bottom is different. So it's from your vantage point, whatever your rock bottom. But the feeling that I think everyone feels in the rock bottom space is the fucking same. And I know it clear as day. When you hit that rock bottom, you know the feeling in that place. You know the way it fucking smells. You know the way it engulfs you. And your brain jumps into the space of, I ain't ever going back to that fucking place right there. Like,
yes.
At least for me, I'm a person like my rock bottom sits right in my fucking brain all the time.
Yes.
I don't forget it. And I do all the shit that I do because that rock bottom is always somewhere in the back just waving and going, I'm here for your ass if you ever want to come back here. So I'm always pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing. And it gets you to start to create and do all the things.
No, absolutely. But even though I was creating, the depression allows distractions.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to get right. You know, and I believe in God. And just like there's a God, there's a devil, bro. And the devil will send distractions towards you when you're trying to do right. Facts. And it could come in a woman form. It could come in so many different forms. You no way. The devil will send your weaknesses. Something that you might have wanted all your life. Something that you never thought you would never get. And right when you working on yourself, I'm gonna throw this at you.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw this right at you.
Yep.
And that ain't nothing but another distraction.
And continue to move up that ladder. And you watch how many more distractions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know who it was. If it was Tyson who said, somebody said, I think it was Tyson, when he said, how much, you know you're doing right by the number of distractions that come in your fucking direction, man. You know you're going down a certain road when life starts to throw things in your path that make you go, hey.
You're working on yourself.
Yep.
There'll always be distractions. Dude, the shadow work I had to do just to get to this point. This is 15 years in the making. If I put the whole journey in of the things that I wanted to do to be a better person. Dude, I used to be addicted to Black and Milds. You know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of the nicotine. You know what I mean? The alcohol. Hanging out with negative people.
Yeah.
Hanging out with shady people.
All of that.
You know, hanging out with people you see doing dirty, you never think they would do you dirty. You know what I mean? You had to do all that. I try to, eat better.
Yeah.
Try to think better. But to get to that, that's, man, if you come from a dark place and you don't got nobody to motivate you, it could be tough.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. For me, I didn't have nobody to motivate this situation, you know what I mean? I had to completely do this for myself, and not for myself, I really did this for my kids, because I don't want my kids to look at me like I'm crazy when they get older. I want my kids to be proud of me. I want them to look at this highlight reel about 15 years later, when they in their 30s and their 40s, and they going to be like, okay, my pa did that.
Yeah. That's a big. I think all of us as fathers. I feel that.
Gratitude and integrity. That's what I'm about.
Like what's the other quote I heard is you're writing a book on your life, right? Fuck you want them to read.
Yes.
Right? And I look at now I'm a grandpa stage now. I got the granddaughter, right? And it's like fuck,
I haven't got there yet.
And it's just a multiplier of everything. You got two.
Yeah. I'm still in the middle of it. My kids are going into 6th grade here, like in a week.
And the crazy part
I got
is,
twins.
it's versions of you for that time space of your kid. In other words, there's the image I got to leave to my kids when they're 10, the image I got to leave to my kids when they're 15, the image I got to leave to my kids. So my oldest is 30, 31. And there's always a different version of yourself, hopefully the best version of yourself you're trying to leave to your kids for the same thing. Like, you want them to look back and go, okay, I look at my 30-year-old and I'm like, well, fuck, she's seen all the different layers of dad, right? Dad at 18, who's just a fucking kid and just trying to figure shit the fuck out. And now dad at 50, who's the general contractor, business guy, doing whatever the fuck he's doing. So that's a very powerful thing in what am I leaving, what's the imagery, what's the story I'm leaving for my kids, or what are they going to read about me in all my different phases of what I'm walking in life.
And especially when you're trying to break generational curses.
Oh my God, fuck.
That's what I've been up, because even though I had my parents, I had all the good things in life, spiritually, I was designed to lose. It was already written. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because of all the seeds that were planted in me. I was for sure supposed to lose. Facts.
Yeah, it's a very true statement. I will say for Dolo, because you're just coming into the circle and everything. Yeah. And again, I'm a very humble. Like, I like to build with people and do all that. It's funny because I think about that, like, and it's just so many layers of it. It can be your social traumas. It can be economic traumas. It can be lack of spiritual traumas. It can be so many things that you're just shadow work and you're cleaning out the closet. I used to tell the kids all the time, that's what you're doing. You're cleaning out a big-ass closet. At some point, you got to turn the light on, open the doors. You got to dust the whole fucking thing out, take everything out, get rid of what you don't fucking need. And I tell people, you don't really get rid of everything, but whatever is left, my best explanation is you dust all that off, you put it in a nice box, you put it on the top shelf. You know it's there. I don't really need to go into it no more, but it's there. But the closet's cleaned out, and for me, that's I'm cool with that. Like, that's my happy space with what I've done.
You're right. You can't be stagnant, dude, because so much comes with being depressed and stagnant. When you in that energy, your house is dirty all the time. You feel me?
You don't give a fuck.
You don't
about
give
shit.
a fuck
you
about
don't give
shit.
A fuck about shit.
Yeah, trust me. I've been there.
Plates and shit all up in the sink. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about nothing.
You got enough space for whatever's right the fuck here and fuck everything else around you, man.
And it's gonna stay like that until you come out of it.
Yep.
But once you come out of it, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing because I feel like when you come out of it, that's when the testimony starts.
Yeah.
See, you can't testify or speak any truth until you do the work and go through it.
Yep.
You feel you can't witness to nobody and stuff. I mean, that's why it's so easy for me to be like, hey, I battle with depression. I did this and I did that because I could see where I made all my errors. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of L's I took in my life were self-inflicted L's.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And see, and once you can address your demons, hey, ain't nothing stopping you. It's all gas once you can face the music.
I was going to say, the flip side of it is, at least for me, the amount of energy rush you get now because you value the minutes, you value the days, the hours, the months, and it's like, what the fuck else can I put energy into now once you're in that space? And that to me is the positive, crack the shell open, get onto the other side, and it's like, all right, now I'm like fucking hungry for everything, and I'm trying to do it all, and touch it all, and build it all, and what can I be involved in, and how can I pass that good energy on to the next person, you know, and inspire them and do that thing. So
when you stop feeling sorry for yourself, that's when you become powerful. And a lot of people have a problem getting they were always, well, this ain't happening because of this, or they always complaining, and they're not appreciating, you know, the basic shit. Having a roof over your head, having some
food in your fridge,
having food, having power,
simple shit, man.
Having
shit.
Having a smartphone. You know what I mean, it's the basic fundamentals, man. You know.
Again, in some crazy way, I always tell the younger ones, whatever they're going through, I feel like you've done the work when you love the thing you hated, like 100%. And for me, it was so much. I grew up single family home, my mom's and that kind of thing. So a lot of resentment on my dad's side growing up. Now, in retrospect, fucking thank you. Like, it's like, thank you for it all. Thank you for it all because I'm able to do all this shit that I'm doing. It's because of those fucking things that I hated in the moment. Couldn't stand them, full of fucking anger, just a shitty space. And you flip side and go, oh, look, I didn't realize all that was going to allow me to do all this. And now I'm like, fuck it, give me more. Like, I'm
Yes.
good. I'm good.
I hear you. The challenges build strength once you defeat
100%, 100%, man.
Tell you something, since you spoke on your paw, my paw, because of the fuck shit, he ran the crack. Because let me tell you something. My paw was a badass. He was the best ever to do it. You know what I'm talking about? He was a cold dude. You know, respected. I mean, he was just a roller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this. And I mean, he was a street dude, but respected. Navy officer, right? And my thing was, if something like crack could take out a bad motherfucker like this dude,
Yeah.
I don't. Just seeing that, I took an oath, and my oath was, hey, I didn't hang out with dope dealers.
Yep.
I didn't hang out with dudes that did dope. I could even raise the bar. I wouldn't even fuck bitches that snorted coke.
Yeah.
Like, I made sure I stayed away from.
You have a huge disdain for the thing.
I had because of that, in particular. I always look down. I mean, just because of that, and it worked in my benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm just a pot smoker. I always drink and shit. You know
What Cat Williams say? It's like I smoke.
That's
That's
it.
it. I don't do nothing else.
Nothing else.
Never had it. Don't want to touch it. Zero desire to do it. And I get it. When I saw that interview and he said that, I get it. I fucking get it, dude.
because of my paw. It was like, dude, you take out a dude like this?
Yeah.
Oh man, no way.
So Delic boards. Are we pumping these out? How many prints?
The first batch, Jim Gray printed up 100 for me on the first batch, and the first package came to me at I had, matter of fact, when I moved to Houston, I needed a job, so they had a skateboard distribution called South Shore Distribution in Houston. They're legendary. The guy, he's gonna kill me. Oh, Damien, the owner of South Shore, he gave me a job there. He really looked out for me. The skate community looked out for me during Katrina. You know, that was a rough time in the game and stuff, and they gave me a little job there, and he hooked me up with Jim Gray to get my decks ran. And after I got that first 100, started pushing them joints out there in Houston. They was moving.
Hit the skate park. At skate parks, you hitting
I
everything.
just be at the park. I
Slang.
just be at the park.
Come get them.
And they were fucking. Lot of people in Houston, they fucked with me because of what I was doing in '92 and '91, going out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I used to go out there in the summer and hang out with all those dudes out there, or in the early years and shit. So when I showed up in 2005, they already was kind of knew who I was,
Okay.
and they respected what I was trying to do. So they didn't tell nobody I was in Houston, and I was skating again. That was a whole little sneak attack. You know what I mean? This is right when MySpace is starting and shit. You know.
Yeah.
And everybody's having them crazy ass pages and shit, you know, take about 20 minutes to load up and shit.
Said everybody learned HTML like a motherfucker.
I said I miss MySpace. MySpace.
In retrospect, now you look at it, you're like, man, it was fun. It was really fun.
A lot of people was able to get some motion off of MySpace, including me, man. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of motion because of MySpace, musically and through the board wise. You know, I mean, a lot of. I hooked up with K-Swiss tennis shoes because of MySpace.
Wow.
And I did a whole K-Swiss tour with them called the Sneaker Pimps. Wow. And they were traveling to different cities, and what they had, like Redman and Currency. This is before Jet Life, when he was with TK rapping with Terry Kennedy. Mm-hmm. They would have a ramp in the background. And while they rapping and shit like that, we'll be skating. We'll be skating the ramp and shit. And during the halftime event, they had a full bar with all the sneakers and shit will be everywhere. And they had a bar, and under the bar they had a ramp and shit like that, you know. And I'll just be skating that shit and going to each state and shit like that. And at the same time, we moving the mixtapes. We moving the mixtapes and moving them boards. I seen the streets. You feel me? So my whole hustle was a little different from the skateboarders. Like that crack in the trunk shit that all these motherfuckers doing right now, this DIY shit, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
I've been doing that since 2006. They was laughing at me in 06. When I was cracking the trunk in 06, they did not respect that. No way. No. They did not respect that. When I was showing up at the spot, they didn't respect that. But they saw them boards moving.
That's it.
Facts.
The hustle.
2007, 2008, those 2 summers, check this shit out, dude. I will go back to New Orleans and Houston. Well, gonna talk about New Orleans again. Because when I went to Houston, I learned to skate again. I went back to New Orleans before I came back to Cali and started recording mixtapes. And what I was calling them skate tapes. And I was hooking up with everybody out there. Hooked up with C Murder before he did his bid. Got some music from him and all these other dudes and stuff. And what I did with these boards, when the kids got the boards or whoever, because I was fucking with the rap game, you had the CD shrink wrapped in the board. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
So package deal. So when I'm pulling up in LA, Houston, Vegas, wherever the sneaker pimps was, moving these decks. And they getting the album at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? And I moved a lot of units off of that. A lot of units. And this is when the mixtape still had dollar value to it. You know what I'm saying? Where you could burn CDs in your living room. Fuck all that other shit. Man, I had a labeler and all that.
Yeah, I had that stomper thing, put the sticker on.
Motherfuckers, I had the cassette duplicators.
Yeah.
That's how far back I go.
Dude, and that shit was unheard of at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a CD with a board?
So now, how many prints do you have right now that are out and about people can get a hold of?
The catalog? My catalog is my discography is big, dude. My discography, dude.
Are you getting these into the skate shops, or you keep it at ground level?
No. I've been there and did all that. I done had distribution before. I done had skate shops. No, just in 2024, that's the way. But but it always been like that. I always been direct. I always went through skate shops. I did consignment, but I always felt it more profitable. I never had a problem doing the legwork. Because it was way more profitable for me. Because I understand the business. You got to sell to the money I make. These big companies got to sell 10 times more.
Yeah.
Everyone taking stuff off the top.
They got overhead. They got all this other shit.
Kills you every time.
You know, no way.
I think everyone's truly starting to understand the power of keeping it small.
Say you sell 100,000 albums yourself compared to going platinum with a label.
Come on. And I know the wood connect. And I know the plug.
You got direct route to the supplier. Then
come on.
Case closed.
I make boards at my leisure.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
Yeah, and I've been cool with that, man. Since 2006, I put out maybe. Since 2006, I put out maybe 5 boards, 5 different graphics a year.
What's the bigger plan? Just keep pushing it, keep it where it's at, or expand it? What's the bigger dream right now?
I'm not even tripping right now. I've been doing this shit for so long. It's just culture at this point. I mean, hey, I'm not, dude. I just like to make sure the streets is good. Make sure our people is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's facts. Yeah. I mean, there's so many kids out there. I be seeing riding bullshit. Nobody's hooking them up. Man, let me look out for you.
You feel the skate scene right now is here or here?
Oh, it's the best it's ever been because it's still being written. The history is being written. I mean, hey, my generation, we made history 30 years ago. We I'm making history again right now because we didn't have cats skating at 50. We didn't have that.
No.
And right.
Hip hop now, seeing all the MCs.
I see a lot of similarities with
Yeah,
skating
it's a hand in
and hip
hand.
hop.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Both in the
Those cultures
80s
have
is when it
moved
kind
up
of went to the next level where actually got
Skateboarding started
commercially.
in 1974. Same
Yeah,
year as hip hop.
Yeah.
Same year as punk music.
Yep.
They're all babies together.
Yeah.
Growing together.
All of them grew together simultaneously. Absolutely.
That's a sick as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Your birth year too, 74. That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope as fuck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, you know, at first it was about money, but I don't trip because I own my shit. And not just that, I don't see a lot of dudes reissuing these shit. Yeah, not at all. I think that's dope that I could reissue my boards that I didn't put out 30 years ago. You know what I mean? That I was like put on with. You know, my first pro models.
All right. So, A, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, man.
That's one. 2, favorite skateboard.
Shit. Right now it's Silverado on the west side.
Okay. So Silverado's where it's at. You going skating this weekend?
Yep, I'm going skating this weekend.
You gonna be at Silverado?
I might be at Silverado this weekend. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm filming for the 50 shot.
Oh, okay. Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah. That's real dope.
You did bring that up in the
Yeah,
beginning.
50 tricks.
50 tricks to celebrate your 50th birthday.
Yeah. September 11th, I'm dropping it. Hopefully, this, we're just recording this before my birthday. I'm like 20 tricks in right now.
I was going to ask you how many you got.
Yeah, I got 20. I got 20 bangers right now. I still got a ways to go.
All right.
But what I'm doing, I'm just doing all the filler shit right now. I haven't got to the complicated shit yet. You know, like all the big rails.
Yeah, you get 50's got it. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna be amazing.
Cause
my ankles are hurting. Just hearing
the shit I'm getting ready to attempt. I already know this is my bon voyage right here. This is the last call. This is it. I'm not no.
You're good. You're happy.
Yeah, certain tricks I'm running right now. This is the last round. I'm not doing it ever again.
At some point, I just feel that's the realistic part of it. You got to know when to, okay, I'm good.
But just the fact that I can get on the board and do it again, that's what's dope, you know, and do it and do it, you know, because I know a bunch of people that are my age and they're doing it,
yeah,
but they're not doing it. And I know they wish that they could still do it, you know, that's the difference. Like I'm still pushing the line. You know, I'm still...
I saw one of your videos. I was watching some of your videos. It was a day in the life of Ant, right?
Okay.
And one of the things you brought up, you're like, I don't want to be one of them old heads talking about 92 and 93 what I was doing back then. He's like, I want to be what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Being stuck in the past. And
yes.
I love that. I try to reinvent myself
Yes.
for that shit and not just be that guy.
I was going to say, so his thing on his mix show is... And he knows his shit. Like, he's got a very in-depth fucking playlist. But he doesn't play the songs that we all know and love.
Okay.
He makes sure that the whole entire show is dope shit.
Okay.
And none of it is the dope shit you already know.
B-sides.
You got all that in your brain already.
Yeah.
And I love that because every time I get on, it's like, all right, I'm gonna be Shazamming for the fucking night trying to figure out what the fuck he's playing.
Are you on Twitch? Is that what
He's on TikTok. He's on TikTok.
You on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't hopped on TikTok. I'm like, man, that shit is...
Twitch is fun as shit. I'm a big Twitch fan. I love Twitch. I think it's great. I don't think enough people get on it. The crew hates that I'm always yapping about it, but I think it's a fun spot. I love Instagram, but Instagram to me is the hood. It's the toxic spot. It's when people are talking shit and everything. Twitch seems to be having the fun vibe, hang out.
I just got an Instagram. That's it.
So, Instagram, your handle, Delic.
Delic forever.
So look up Anthony Oglesby, follow him on Instagram, your YouTube.
That OG.
That OG on YouTube. If they hit Anthony Oglesby, is it coming up in the search bar?
Maybe.
Okay.
But that
so
OG.
That OG, look him up on YouTube. He plays some dope ass original beats and chills, and like I said,
that's every Sunday, right?
Oh, he's on.
I
I
haven't-
haven't every other day. Or
I haven't
something.
played music in a while on there, man, because YouTube be tripping on the copyrights.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were just discussing that when we were starting. That's why we're playing all our own music now because YouTube pinged me for.
But
stuff.
when I bust out that MP, I'm getting a little audience now. So a lot of people are coming in there for the beat streams now.
That shit was bumping the other night. It was last night or whatever we were on.
Yeah.
That shit was bumping. I liked it. All right. Well, Ant, always love.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you
whenever
having
you
me
got
on there.
new decks coming out, please come back. We can shoot the shit more.
Yeah, I hope I wasn't talking too much.
No. These things will run 45 minutes. These things will run 2-3 hours, man. So it's.
I even didn't get to say anything.
You said a lot.
I didn't get to the grit. Man, my story is like a root. What is like a Roots box set or some shit?
Okay, when are you pressing the next graphics? When are the next graphics getting pressed?
I have no idea.
Okay, either your next graphics or
Yeah.
your 50 for 50.
Yeah.
You get that? Come back and we'll talk more bullshit.
Yeah, we talk more. Yeah, there's a whole lot.
All right. And you can find Ant's boards on theeast23rd.com as well. We got his beautiful, beautiful tribute to police
Shout out to the East
service.
23rd.
So you can pick up Ant's decks on theeast23rd.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's out there. So,
And you know what's crazy about that? You can't even say that word. No, I mean, there's like YouTube, certain words you can't
gotta
say.
play the game right, man.
Yeah, you gotta speak in code these days.
That's why I trip on. So you start having to come up with code words because you can't say
Unalive,
word. And then eventually you're not going to be able to say that
It's
code
over.
word.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bunch of motherfuckers on social
You talking
media
about
quiet.
TikTok and
Everywhere,
Instagram?
everywhere.
Yeah, all of them. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, when I'm on Instagram and I'm typing something, they'll tell you. You might want to edit this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says it's similar to something that will get you banned or
stuff like unalive and
Yeah.
QQ and things like that. I'm like, okay, then these words going to eventually get banned. Watch.
Shout outs to Anthony Oglesby for coming through. Shouts out to White Dolomite, the Medicated Mix Show, Thursdays at 6 o'clock.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
correct?
Well,
TikTok.
check it out, TikTok.
Jasper, do you think? Take us out. Peace and blessings, everybody. Yo. LBC shit.
Appreciate it, man.
No, I'm loving it, man.
We're getting there.
That's pretty good, man. Thank you.
Thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
You know, it's working. It's a work in progress, man. We're definitely dialing and getting better and better.
Yeah,
and better.
anytime you want to come through my show, you get on TikTok. You got a green light.
It's a live show?
Yeah, it's a live show.
What?
Yeah, so I just basically, like I said, I'm an old head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grew up on fucking 90s fucking hip hop, all
Yeah.
that. And I recently just started digging and trying to find, like, one of the ways I explained it, I kind of took like the 90s version of me
Yeah.
and brought them to 2024 and start going through all the music that's coming out now with that mind state, like boom bap type production and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
We
didn't
went with the new with the new stuff.
Yeah, people dropping
What's
brand
using,
new shit.
Serato or something?
No, I just go on fucking
He's started playing
Spotify.
with us. Yeah, he's pulling.
And
it.
I'm just and I just dig like a lunatic. Now I don't have to go to the record stores no more. I just go online. So
He's got an amazing collection, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guy. He's bringing a guy next Tuesday. What's
Castor
his-
Pollux. This is some dude that I used to
Castor
perform
Pollux.
with back when
And
I
he's
was
really
doing
good,
shows.
man. And the other guy, where's Smith? What's his name? The other brother.
That got Destruct that came through.
No. You had another brother. Because I feel there's two
Word
guys.
Perfect?
Word's Perfect.
Yeah.
That guy's dope, man. And you look at him.
Yeah.
He does not look the MC. He does, at least for me, he
Tight
don't look the
production,
part.
too. He
And dude,
produces
his
all his own
production's
shit.
on
You
point.
be having rooms and stuff, people be in there?
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, but I'm just doing it fucking on my phone, right?
He just does it
I
on
do
his
it live.
phone like fucking
Yeah, just
underground.
like I do
It's
on
underground.
YouTube.
It's underground style.
Yeah.
Even more, he does this backdrop. He's on this like headphone piece that he rigged up.
What kind of interface you use?
It's just my phone, dog, and I just put a green
That's
screen
it?
behind me.
You ain't running no.
Oh no, well I run my music.
a Foresight?
I run it through my my mixer.
Yeah.
And then I got a thing called an iRig.
Oh, okay. I got an iRig.
Yeah, so that's how I get the audio in, so it doesn't sound fucking cheesy.
That's what kind of pizza is that?
It's the kind that you're gonna eat.
Pizza, but pepperoni.
It's beef pepperoni if it is. I'll do the pork. You know me, ain't no swine on mine.
That's why you need TikTok, OG. They not tripping.
Yo, the Medicated Mix Show. Please look up Dolo. He crushes it, man. If you guys love hip hop, Medicated Mix Show, look it up.
Yeah, you Google Medicated Mix Show.
Bring that piece over here, man.
You Google Medicated Mix Show, it'll pop right up. Fucking the link will be right there.
And he's actually on Instagram, but he ain't doing shit on Instagram. So
yeah,
we had to get him to get on Instagram. Oh, this is barbecue chicken right here. This is barbecue chicken. If you want to submit it.
All right, barbecue chicken.
If you want.
You got this pepperoni?
I don't know. Open it up.
Let me see. That's too hectic. That's too gnarly for me. Barbecue chicken.
Too gnarly.
Yeah, that's too much. I'll take a pepperoni, keep it going, man. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah, so right now I've gotten like I've been building this playlist like specifically for this show. I'm over like 2,000 tracks on it right now. Like
How many followers you got?
My followers is low. It's like 5,000, 6,000, something
Yeah.
like that.
Motherfucker, my followers are low.
Yeah,
I got like
yours
3.
real low.
And one of them, my mom. Bring that pepperoni over here. Tell me that shit, huh?
Yeah. All the like
Spread the wealth.
I call it like low hanging fruit. Like 93 to Infinity, Shook Ones. I love those tracks.
Yeah.
But I left all that stuff off. Like stuff I heard it a million times.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people covering that. I want to do something a little different.
Yeah.
I would see a lot of these guys doing stuff like just spinning the same 90s shit every time. And I'm like, I want to do something different. So when I go 90s,
Let me make it private.
I go like really deep into the crates. Maybe like some AC Alone, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hip hop head.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was talking about Katrina too much, dude.
That's good.
No, that was
You know why I let it
something
ride?
that needed to be shared.
Listen, in my brain, I gotta be kind of cultivating.
about Katrina, so you just put me in.
Well, I was gonna
Oh.
tell you 2 things. Young generation, the other one,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people. They don't get the opportunity to say it. That's why I let it ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know someone out there is gonna see that and go, you know what? I went through all that shit, and people don't know. But here's someone speaking for that shit.
It's
That's
just
why I let
hearing
it
from a
go.
first person's perspective
Mhm.
that was actually
Mhm.
it's just more authentic, real,
Oh, really?
because it was. And some people, as time passes, they kind of sometimes forget.
They
how
forgot
street
about
situations
Katrina.
are.
Everybody did.
Yep.
It did. It's 20 years coming up next
Mhm.
year. 20th anniversary since Katrina. It's crazy. Oh, that's one slice. Okay. Oh, dude.
Good looking on the pizza, Lionel.
Yeah, man.
Usually we do bigger, but
Oh, this is
I was
cool.
on time today. I literally rolled in
Yeah,
from
my
construction.
appetite's
I came
got
right in.
smaller since I got older. He was talking about the depression too. I went through it bad when my marriage fell apart,
Yeah.
and yeah, I went where I was just not eating at all. And same thing you talking about, like all of a sudden I just looked 10 years older instantly. I went down from I was weighing like 172, and I went down to like 129 pounds. I just
That shit will
stopped
have you
eating.
moving weird, bro.
Yeah.
That shit have you.
Everyone thought I was on crack.
Yep.
Just my eyes were just completely bugged out.
Dude, that depression will have your hygiene off. Have your spiritual hygiene off, or just like your energies is off, where motherfuckers don't,
Doing everything was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It still hits me now and then still.
That's why you got to. I tell everybody, if you're battling depression, don't be that alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with that depression, like sober. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Jake.
It's a Pepsi. Oh, I thought it was again.
So, like for instance, now you can't see it no more. So if you want to watch it,
Yeah.
you got to watch it tonight. In September, we're gonna start loading up the actual episodes
Oh, you guys are on your page doing it?
on our YouTube page.
I didn't know that.
That's all.
It's crazy.
Soda, bro.
Good DJ, bro.
Thanks. You heard it?
Yeah, I heard it. Getting busy.
I do a lot more.
That shit was club ready almost.
I'm gonna go. Is it? I got a lot of mixes if you want to check them out.
Well, on YouTube,
On Instagram, you got
on
it?
Instagram, yeah. Follow me. I'm not on there right now though. I mean, I'm not logging on right now, but follow me. I'll check you out, definite.
All right.
I'm gonna start going on my Instagram again in about a week. I'm just doing that just to stay in my zone for this skateboard shit. Get this shit over with. This 50 tricks is actually harder than what I expected.
Kudos to you, brother.
I'm gonna run it.
I get so tempted just to get one just so I can get some exercise in. And
What makes it hard is 50 different spots. Not just 50 tricks, 50
just different locations.
Yeah, go to 50 different spots.
What you think of that skater, Jaws?
Oh, he's dope. I'm
Yeah.
a real fan of him. He's real dope. He ain't gonna have no knees. He's gonna be, but when he get my age, he's gonna be in a wheelchair for sure. He's gonna have back problems.
Yeah, he does real extreme.
Yeah.
I remember just the first time I got on him was that
Yeah.
steps that he did,
Yeah.
where he tore the ACL.
Yeah, he's dope. Like I fuck with Jaws, but he's gonna be jammed up in his 40s, dude. Like it's not gonna be a good look.
You stuff right?
Probably not. We'll get some
Watch so. Got it?
Look.
Go this way.
You just gotta choose one of these.
Where else at?
Yeah, take off.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Not your room.
I didn't think about what you were saying too. How a lot of these skaters get broke off for the moment,
Hey,
get
what's
some
up?
gear,
Yeah.
all that. As soon as we're done
Yeah.
with you, hit the
Go walk
road.
up.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
nothing
getting
to show
ready to
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some memories.
That's
What?
when we're young, we don't think about that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the glamour is
Yeah.
exciting, and the hype.
Yeah. And then what's the problem now? These old guys, they're not giving the young guys the game. They're
Mhm.
not giving it to them because they're gatekeeping. Everybody's gatekeeping each other right now.
Yeah.
No
Don't want
way.
no competition.
No way. It's a bunch of. But this skate shit is different from anything else. From this rap shit,
Hmm.
it's just a lot of jealousy going on. That's all it is. This is jealousy stuff, man. It has nothing to do with money because skateboarders are broke. I mean, it's just a fact. Just a fact. Don't think these dudes got money, dude. I'm trying to tell you something.
That's true.
Except those X Games dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tony Hawk.
But those dudes are pro skateboarders, and just because you might have your name on a skateboard, that doesn't mean you get money.
Hmm.
These days, you're not getting no money. Most pro skateboarders, if
Wow.
if they're pro for a company, they're only getting $1 on the board. You know what I'm talking about?
And just like free shit, like clothes.
Yeah, that's if that. Their money come in just like the rap shit from the endorsements,
Yeah.
the shoe deals. You know what I'm saying? The X Games, if you skate that route or whatever, you know. Or these days, I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, I know this. It's these pro skateboarders. They're not making no money from the boards.
Hmm.
They're making more money investing in themselves. They could make a dope ass video
Yeah.
and just monetize it on YouTube.
Yeah, just on clicks and views.
And just be balling out of control.
Mhm.
And that's what's happening with a lot of skaters.
Yeah.
That's why the game is being rewritten to what I said earlier, where everybody's selling out the trunk now and everybody's moving their own shit because it's so easy, it's very accessible.
Yeah, when you get a lot higher profit margin, you don't have to sell as much and do a lot better, and also have creative control and things like that
Yep.
too.
Yep. Nah, dude. You have to be an X Games skater or
Yeah, there's a couple
Olympics
at the top. Yeah.
to even make serious money.
Hmm.
Everything else is just free product. That's all. It's free product.
It's music. It's a music game.
Yeah. It's
I got like one
You
friend
better
who's a
figure out
pro.
how to monetize shit because ain't no money in the actual thing.
No.
The thing gets you to the other
but
thing.
do you have 1,000 subscribers?
I don't know.
That you got to get the 1,000, then you can monetize.
He on my ass He said 500.
It's
It's 500 now.
For YouTube.
Okay, I got 3,000.
I'm just trying to get to 500 so we can get rolling.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to 500 before we start launching the episodes, because that way when we launch the episodes, then I can really start getting behind it, promoting it.
How many you got right now?
100.
These are 6.
You got to keep posting stuff. You got to keep posting stuff.
That's what we're doing. We're on the shorts right now,
Mm-hmm.
so we're working
Clip
on that.
farming.
Mm-hmm.
That's on my other TikTok that got me. Where you got to get 10,000.
Because you had an original.
I got that on my original one.
Shorts you post,
And
Jacob.
then I was able to apply. You had to get 10,000 follows, and then you got to once you get that, you got to have a
Jacob,
post.
I've
or
seen those shorts.
You got to get
you
100,000
On YouTube?
views within
Not
a
on
month.
YouTube. My God, show
on
me them.
posts.
On
So get
YouTube,
the
we're doing
10,000.
pretty
They're
good.
great, man.
And
We're
then,
like
Then get 100,000 views.
25,000 on natural.
yeah, whether it's one
One
video,
boost.
I've done that both on my main account.
They look like shorts.
Then I applied for
It's
the
kinda like that,
creators
yeah.
account on that shit.
On
You
YouTube?
approve me? No, for
TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok?
But that account though, TikTok took away my lives. They won't let me do lives on
Yeah.
that shit no more. Just
How come? Because of that?
no. It was even before I got to that.
Okay.
Just fucking people like the secret hate behind shit.
Yeah.
Complaining and getting
Yeah.
shit flagged.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got flagged enough times. Now what I can do, like when I do my lives, and it like this one though, I can still get dinged with just the lyrics of the stuff I play. I don't fucking have the radio
Yeah.
version shit. But I could click this thing where it says like parental advisory, basically. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can turn that option on my lives.
Yeah.
And now I'm not getting hit.
That's TikTok.
But yeah, like I said, I had to do a second account, so I'm rebuilding this one. This has got like 5,000 follows or something like that.
I just started getting.
Look, everybody propping your story, man. Shouts out to Great Dane XL. Man, that's a beautiful family strength story, bro. God is good. See?
Well, I didn't know they was watching that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Look, I got, you know who Jet Life is?
Yeah.
Jet Life Senior. That time was crazy. Jet Life Senior, I remember, plus up here, I worked at a shelter during the time, and we was packed overnight, and all the housing
Yeah.
up in Tulsa,
Yeah.
Oklahoma ran out.
Yeah.
Juliana Rincon, shouts out to Juliana. When Katrina hit, I remember so many people from Louisiana came here to Houston. So people input on the Katrina thing, man.
And I'm just telling the watered down version because I know YouTube. But I really like gave my opinion and the stories that were being told.
Yeah.
They'll shut this shit down. Cause that shit ain't supposed to be spoken about. The
You got to dance around shit.
the shit that was happening at Superdome and shit. You know that I avoided that. Because shit did happen in that Superdome.
Yeah, rapes, all sorts of shit. was
man.
going
I
on.
like when you get the goofy motherfuckers on your shit.
Shit.
People just talk.
What, the trolls? What were they
Oh,
talking
I
about?
love me some trolls. You take send the motherfuckers to these 23rd.
Them dudes is
Them
clowns.
motherfuckers, shit, you ain't grew up on the block. If you grew up on the block, trolls ain't shit. Ain't a fucking thing you can say. That a fucking.
Yeah, well, I fucking we should just sit in the
This
garage,
motherfucker
fucking
said
just get on each
Kamala
other.
Harris President 2024.
What?
To all y'all political motherfuckers,
You voting for her?
I like that everyone thinks Trump or it's Kamala.
That shit is some
I don't want to
bullshit.
mispronounce her name. I
Both
think
of
people
them is some
expect it.
bullshit, dog. Straight up.
I like
Yeah.
how motherfuckers talk like they gonna come and pay your fucking rent or some shit.
My boy.
Like they gonna come to
They
your
come
fucking
break some bread with
dishes. Like they gonna take my fucking kid to ballet class or any of that
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's
man.
fucking give a fuck about us.
You gotta be in a special mindset where you wake up thinking
I heard they were running.
Trump is thinking about me today.
I heard they were running through Kamala. No,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah,
fact.
yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of videos about that, or a lot of them politicians were running
Now,
through her.
everyone who knows me, for the record, I got no problem saying it. I was a fuck voting dude forever.
Yeah.
So, when you are the fuck voting dude forever, this is the one quote you hear all the time. See, that's the problem, because you're not participating in the system. Okay,
You're not allowed to complain. if
hold
you
on,
don't
hold on,
participate.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Now I've been voting for about 4 or 5 years. Guess what?
Trash.
This shit's still fucking stupid. Okay, so, and now what you gonna tell me? It's not good. No, I'm participating. I'm participating just to satisfy your dumb ass.
That motherfucking last presidential race, that shit was a movie. That shit was a straight movie.
He said
All that
what?
shit from the George Floyd shit, all that.
Yes.
That shit was scripted, dog. Everything, dude. That shit.
It be some, man,
It's
there's some
fucked
motherfuckers
up
that
that shit happened.
mind
but
blowing.
It's fucked up that the dude died and everything, but that was
Yeah.
scripted. Just like again, election season and whatever's going on again, and now the woman got killed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. Did you see Eddie Griffin talking about?
Eddie's brutal. Eddie always got some brutal shit to say.
Oh.
I love his get down, but
Go look at what he said about.
boy, he be kicking degrees of knowledge in his shit, man. And you got to read between the lines because he'll say some deep shit that's just deep on the surface, and then it's deeper when you dig it in.
No, he just came out just fucking point blank, fucking letting off shots.
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
He always got some shit to say.
Oh, Cat Williams and Eddie Griffin need to come up with a show.
Look at that. Jet Life, I've been rocking with Delic for over 10 years, and we never talk politics. LOL.
Yeah.
I just love cars.
Where's the trash can at?
Well, just right here. Throw it in the box.
Okay.
It's on the top of the.
Yeah, we definitely in the cars in my family, Jet. I'll tell you that, man. Unfortunately, we're strictly Chevys. So
You're in California. I mean,
and my boy over here
wins every time.
my boy Jose over here is into everything. All things V8.
I'm not voting this time, dude.
The last Republican to win California was Ronald Reagan.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He said, "Tell me you are without telling me you are."
No, it was George Bush.
Or it was George Bush. Huh? No, did he win California though?
That was good. I don't remember that part.
I mean, it could have been Bush. You're talking about the older one, right? The one that was vice president.
Yeah, not W.
Yeah.
Jet Life got the Tahoe on 30s. How you like them apples?
All right, y'all. I'm shutting my shit down because the battery's
be
going
wrong.
dead. I'm surprised it stayed on this long.
I don't get into it either, man. I'm a
There
big
you go.
believer that the whole.
Shouts
fucking-
out Jet Life. I got
Oh, shit, my bad.
I don't know. My son's got a
Assassination
68
attempt was
Camaro.
fucking-
I got a 64 C10. My daughter's got a 72 C20. And my other son's got a 67 Corvair, man. So we're definitely bow ties all around the board at my crib.
None of them run.
No.
No, the Corvair actually ran from the old house to the new house. The Camaro's coming out the shop tomorrow because it just got its gaskets all changed out. And that motherfucker runs. That shit definitely runs. And my daughter's running. And that's up in Visalia. So the only one that's not running is my 64. That's it. That's the only one that's not running.
You got family up there in Visalia?
My daughter's.
I'm out of here.
Okay.
Peace.
I'm out of
Shouts
here.
out to Anthony for coming through.
I might make a beat later on when I get home, but I'm out of here now. Peace.
I used to go up there every year.
But